Bienvenidos! As you guys can see for the title, today I wanted to do an old school kind of video for me, and that is a palette bingo. I have my Natasha Denona Dream palette here. I've done a comparison and swatch video of this palette with other Natasha Denona palettes, and I have been playing around with it a lot. And you guys, I wanted to do a palette bingo with it. So this is what it looks like. If you haven't seen it, I will link that in the iCards. I'm sure you have seen plenty of videos pop up on your feed with reviews and swatches of this palette. So we're going to go ahead and play palette bingo, chit chat, relax, and see what look we can come up with the shades that we will randomly choose or get chosen for us. If that's something that interests you, stay tuned. But first, if you're new, Alejandra, I go by Alex, eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of Project Pan. If you want to continue to see that kind of content on your feed, subscribe and join us. And now let's do this palette bingo. All right, so I've done my face with the exception of my lips and obviously mascara. So you guys, here it is. Here it is. There are 15 shades, I believe, in here. You guys know I will not be doing the black. I will use it as a liner. I'm only going to choose four shades, because I feel like 4 shades will look prettier than 5. I feel like 5 shadows sometimes forces a look instead of it genuinely being a look. So I am going to choose only 4. I'm trying to do my rag. I'm only going to choose 4 shades. So here we go. You guys know I go across. So first one, 15, which is called Familia, which I really do like. And I think I have used almost every shade in here in a look, with the exception of the black, which is not a shocker. All right, let's do the second color. 6. Ooh, I do love this color. Instinct. This is just like such a pretty raspberry shade. I really do like it. 2 mattes so far, guys. 2 more. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another matte. This one's called Carpe Diem, which is right here. Okay. Well, this will be fun. At least it matches my dress. And last shade. Let's pick a shimmer shade, please. Come on. 13. Yes, a shimmer shade, which is called Spontaneous. You guys, this is going to be a very subtle look. So this is what our this is what our color story looks like. And if you were doubting that this was a warm tone palette, there you go. I was really hoping for like Thriller Babies, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna zoom you guys in, and we're gonna put these on our eyeballs. Okay, so we're gonna start out with Carpe Diem, which is actually one of my favorite shades in the palette, which is the 4th shade in, which is right here. It's really pretty, and it's like a peachy brown. I really like peachy brown shades, period, on my face. Whether it's a blush, an eyeshadow, a lip product, I really do like it a lot. So my eyes are already primed. I did not put, look how pigmented that is. Guys, and I cleaned off this brush. I really did. So I'm just gonna, and I'm barely tapping into the actual shadow in here. So we're gonna put this in our crease. And I'm just gonna, I put it down. I'm just gonna grab a blending brush. I'm keeping it clean and just blending this out to make it easier for me. All right, so as I'm blending this, let me just give you my final thoughts on this palette. I really do like it, you guys. I genuinely do. It is warm tone, and I'm so happy that I was able to showcase that in my comparison video. A lot of you guys found that video very, very helpful. And going forward, I really do want to do videos like that in when I myself purchase palettes, because I find it easier for me to also understand if this palette is unique to my own collection. And I'm so happy that I was able to help a lot of you guys decide whether this is a palette you like or you don't like, because a lot of the promotional photos can be very staged, and it's harder to really see the depths or the actual tones of shadows. So I'm happy that that did help you guys. Next shade I want to grab is Instinct, and I'll put that on the outer V. Oh, I love this shade. So this palette is beautiful. I really do like it. I love this palette with the, look how pigmented that is, with the retro mixed together, because it's cool and warm, but it still has those berries in it. So pretty. Love mixing both of those together. I think the Glam, this one, and the retro are like the trios, the pretty trios that can go together. So pretty. You're getting cool, warm, but yet they're not out there shades. So then you don't feel like you are buying crazy shades. Beautiful. And none of these are duds. I really do like it. They sparkle. They stay put. These are the last few days that we're having warm weather. When I post this video the next day or two, it's officially fall in our area. We are no longer getting 80s or 90s. We are going to be in the low 60s, high 70s, which is pretty cold because the humidity completely leaves our area, which means the wind kicks in and it's very cold. Feels colder than what it is, so you're not really enjoying the outdoors anymore. So I'm glad I was able to test this out in the heat and in the humidity because it lasted. It stayed put. The colors were beautiful. Any color combo I have done or layering, as you guys can see, it's just so pretty. They work so well together. And this shade Instinct, which is the second shade that I put in here, is that cream to powder. And look, builds really nicely. So I have absolutely no complaints about this one. Unless you're not wanting warm tones, stay away. But if you do like warm tones, you're gonna like this one. It's definitely up there for me. It's really, really pretty. I'm so happy that I did get it. So that's my final thoughts on this one. Final thoughts on it. I love it. I do. I really do like this palette. Okay, so now we're gonna grab Spontaneous, which is that shimmery shade with our finger. And I barely grazed over it because I know this is very pigmented, as you guys can see. I don't swipe, I like dab on my lid just because it gives me a little bit more control as far as the pigmentation. Because if I like swipe, I feel like I put too much down in a concentrated area and then it's looking a little patchy. And that's just with any shadow I do. Just a little tip for those that have a problem with like bunching of shadows or texture. Bounce it. Bounce, bounce. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. This look reminds me of the Modern Renaissance, which a lot of you guys had said that this reminded you of. The only difference is that the Modern Renaissance has more red in it than this one does. This one only really has this raspberry shade and this red right here, but I have used this shade in the color Risk in my outer V, and it looks more brown than it does red. It's like a deepened red, so it pulls a little bit more brown when you shear it out, but if you concentrate it, obviously it'll be a little bit more red based. But I can see how you are comparing both the Modern Renaissance and this one. This one also has purple, like a deep eggplant purple, which I think would have been a great addition if they would have taken out Venetian, the two reds, the red, like the red letters or something, and then Venetian rose or something. They would have popped one of those out and put a plum. I think this would have been a definite dupe for that one. That's just a thought. If you don't want to buy this one and you like it for the purple, just stick a purple in there and you'll be good. Last shade we didn't use was this one right here, which was Familia, the very last shade in the palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently put it right here and then bring it down in the lower lash line. Hoping I can do that without ruining the look. These are so pigmented. Sometimes I'm worried. I'm going to put this down in the lower lash line first. And then a little bit. Just to tie it together. And then blend this out. I feel like I need to add a little bit more pizzazz up here after I blended pizzazz. All right, there you go, you guys. I really like this look, and I think it goes really nicely with the dress choice that I picked. That was completely left field, but I'm very happy. So let me just put on my mascara, my lips, and then I'll come back and tie everything together. All right, you guys. So what I did is I used this liquid eyeliner pen by Game Beauty that was sent over to me in PR, and I put it just ever so lightly on my upper lash line to make my lashes look a little bit more full. My lashes are not cooperating today, and I really do think it's the weather. And what I put on my lips was a NARS Barbara, which is the lip product that I'm trying to finish as much as I possibly can, but I really do like the color. So this is what I came up with, you guys. I really, really like this palette. It's a personal preference, you guys. You guys know this is creeping up more in price as everything else is, so you really got to consider it. Wait for a sale. She always does really good sales during Labor Day, Memorial Day, the holiday season, Black Friday. So if you want to hold off, I would recommend holding off, but the quality is there. It's amazing. I already went through it. I really do like it, and I do like this color story too. It's very, if you miss the modern Renaissance and you want some sort of vibe of it, this would be the palette that I would consider, because it does have a lot of shades that you can kind of get away with it being looking like the modern Renaissance, but without that. I actually prefer this formula way better than the Anastasia formula. So I would prefer this one over the modern Renaissance. The color story of this one just attracts me more than the modern Renaissance because it does have those plums and things in it. So that's just my intake. I will link it down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a fun palette bingo. I really did like it. I'm going to continue to use this palette. I can't put it down. I've been using it nonstop and I really, really do like it. So I'm gonna squeeze everything I can out of it. Thank you again. No more videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.